Hello, my mathematics lovers. We are still on the topic of changing the subject of a formula. We have another simple equation here. It has three variables. V is a variable, X is a variable, and Y is a variable. Currently, V is the subject of this formula because V is on one side and the other variables, every other thing is on the other side of the equality sign. This is the equality sign. Now, our task here is to make X the subject of the formula and to make Y also the subject of the formula. So let us first of all make Y the subject of the formula. To make Y the subject of the formula, all we need to do is to move this 2x to the other side. And of course, we are going to go through the elementary method and then a little bit of the advanced method. So to move this 2x to the other side of the equation, you know what we do. So we say you subtract 2x from both sides of the equation, like this. You remember how we do this? Subtract 2x. Whatever you do to one side of the equation, you must do it to the other side of the equation. We want to subtract 2x so that y can remain on its own on one side of the equation. So once we have this 2x minus 2x plus y like this, 2x and minus 2s can just go away. So what is left is that on this left hand side of the equation, v minus 2x equals y. So it's only y that is now on this side of the equation. And hooray, we have made y the subject of the formula because y is now on one side of the equation. Now, just like we said, let's use the other method so that you'll be getting used to how we do these things in a faster way. The original equation is v is equals 2x plus y, and we said you can simply move this 2x to the other side so that y can remain. And remember the rule: once you are moving anything across the equality sign, the sign changes. If it was positive, it becomes negative. If it was negative, it becomes positive. So v minus 2x equals plus y, and plus y is the same thing as y. Lo and behold, we have gotten our y to be the subject of the formula because it is now in the form y is equals v minus 2x. Doesn't matter how it is arranged. The important thing is that what you want to make the subject of the formula is alone on one side of the equation. Look at it, y is standing alone. So this is how to make y the subject of the formula. Now this same equation, instead of making y the subject of the formula, we now want to make x the subject of the formula. So instead of moving the 2x to the other side, we will now move the y to the other side. Yes, that's what we're going to do, so that we can leave the 2x to be on one side, or the factor that contains x to be strictly on one side of the equation. So what are we going to move here? We're going to move y to the other side of the equation. And remember, y here is carrying a positive sign. So when we're moving it across the bridge, what happens? Watch. V minus y is equals 2x. We moved it across the bridge and it changed from plus y to minus y. That's simply how you do it. But remember, x is still not the subject of the formula here. We're having 2x. So what do? Remember, x has a coefficient. X has a coefficient. It has a 2 attached to it with a multiplication bond. And the opposite of multiplication is division. So what are we going to do? We're now going to divide both sides of the equation by 2 to knock off that 2 that is attached to x with a multiplication bond. So say divide both sides of the equation by x, by 2 rather. And if we do that, these 2 will simply go away. Remember, you are dividing both sides by 2. So it is the entire v minus y that you will divide by 2. So now that we have done this, we now say that v minus y all over 2 is equals x, or simply x is equals v minus y all over 2. And this is our answer. So we have made x the subject of the formula. Initially, we made y the subject of the formula. Now, we have made x the subject of the formula. It is as easy as that. So these are the 2 examples we want to work in this video. Please, if you like this content, kindly comment on this video, share this video, follow my page, and please invite others to follow my page. We are going to do more examples on changing subject of a formula in another video. Thank you and bye for now.